Hello, this is Mr. Agbamu. I'm here to show you how you can solve this kind of question using Venn diagram. Based on the topic Venn diagram, you know that we are trying to see a way of representing the information given in the question in a Venn diagram, and you try to look at the relationship that exists between each of the variables that are given. For example, you see this question now that says 75 students in a class. That means in that class we have total of 75 students. So this is our universal set, which is 75. And out of these students now, at least all of them offer a subject. So what they mean by this, with the student offering at least one of the subject, is that there's nobody that is left out. So everybody must be inside the circles of the Venn diagram. Then 34 students offered physics, 36 students offered chemistry, and 41 students offered biology. Then out of those 75 now, 13 students offer physics and chemistry, then 14 offer physics and biology, and 15 offer biology and chemistry. Then they now say we should represent the data on a Venn diagram. And they say we should find the number that offer all the subject, biology only, a subject only, then two subject only. So the question is not really a difficult one, but all you need to know in this kind of question first is to understand how you can solve Venn diagram. And this question is on three sets since we are talking about chemistry, physics, and biology. So before we solve this, let me solve this example for us. With this example, I think you will understand Venn diagram very well. So let me explain this example. With this example, you will see what the question is talking about. So you can see this similar question on Venn diagram. It's talking about three sets also, A, B, and C. You see set A, we have 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Then set B, we have 2, 3, 5, 11, and 15. Then set C, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. So they are all subset of the universal set. So this universal set number from 1 to 15. That means in this kind of case now, the total number of numbers we are dealing with, which is a universal set, is 15 numbers from 1 to 15. Out of this 15 number, A is a set of this set of numbers, which is 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. Then, out of this universal set, you pick another set of numbers, call them set B, which these are the numbers 2, 3, 5, 11, 15. Then out of this same universal set, you pick another set, call them set C, which is 3, 6, 9, 12, and 15. Now that you have this, how do you represent this in a Venn diagram? Then remember, in this topic Venn diagram, we have three basic operations in sets, and you can see what we are looking for in the question. They say use the diagram to find. So this is one of the operation of sets. It's called the union of the set. You can see like small letter N symbol. They will give you the set, connect it with this letter, small letter N, is called intersection. Then A raised to power. So this raised to power 1 is another set operation called the complement of the set. That is A raised to power 1. Then this is union. This is the third set operation. B union C. That is, you combine all the elements in B and C. So before I put them in the Venn diagram, let me bring out the relation we have here, A, B, C. How do they relate? Let's see. So remember, intersection is talking about the number of elements in A that you also found in B. A intersection B, number of elements in A that you found in B. So before I start, let me bring out the relation. Let me start with the elements that you have in A, B, and C. Then how do you do that in set? Let me get you can see the symbol here. This is intersection. You get your intersection, then which is A intersection B. Then let me get it again. I want to get the element that is present in all the three sets and intersection C. So what this symbol means is that A intersection B, the element you have in A, in set A, that you also have in set B, and you also have in set C. That's what I'm going to write in this place. And how do I do that? I need this kind of bracket. Okay, I need to put it in this order. Let me copy this first. It need to be in this form. I need to use text. Okay. Alright. So I have my A. Let me get my symbol again. Intersection B. And intersection C. So this is equals to, I know this is the kind of bracket we use for sets. Take note of this curly bracket. So those elements you have in A, B, and C. This is 1 is in A, we don't have it in B, so it's not present in the 3 set. Let's look at 3. 3 is here, 3 is in B, 3 is in C. So 3 is present in all the 3 sets. 1, 2, 3. Let's look at 5. 5 is in A and B, it's not in C. Let's look at 7, no. 9, no. 9 is present in only A and C. Then let's look at 11. 11 is present in only A and B, it's not in C. So this is the number that is common to all 3 sets. That is the intersection A, B, and C. So you have that, you keep that in one corner first. Let's move on. Now let's see those elements that you have in A and B, but you don't have them in C. How do you write this kind of set? Elements in set A and B, but they are not in C. So when we are talking of element not in C, that is the complement. We are talking of the complement element not in C. That is complement of set C, and this is how you write it. A intersection B, then intersection C. Then you must put this one in a complement form. Yes. Then it's equals to, this one is equals to what now? So those elements we have in A and B, but they are not in C. That is, you have your 3, it's one of them. You have 5, it's one of them. Let's look again. There's no 7, 9, but 11 is also present. So that is all. Okay, we are through with that. Let's look at the elements you have in A and C, but we don't have them in B, which is A. Let me use math mode, which is A intersection B, then intersection C. Then we are talking of the ones in A and C alone. That means I'm going to have complements here. Intersection C now. Okay. Okay, so what this one means is, so this symbol here, this B raised to power 1, which is B complement, it means the ones that are not in B, I don't need them. So I only need the one of A and C. So which are 1, no, 3 is in A and C, then 5, no, 7, no, 9 is in A and C. So we have 9, you can see 9 is in A, 9 is in C. Then 11, no. So these are the only answer we have here. So that is that. The next one I need now, element in B and C, but they are not in A. So which is A intersection B. Okay, so I need the complement first. A complement, then intersection B, then intersection C. So this one will be equals to what? That will be equals to, let's see. So those elements in B and C, but we don't have them in A. Let's see. B, we have 2 is not in C, 3 is also present, then 5 is not, 11 is not, 15 is in B and C, which is 15. So that is all. So take note of what I'm doing. I started with element present in all the 3 sets, which is A intersection B intersection C. So 3 is the one present in all the 3 sets. So take note of that. Then we now move to those in A and B without C. So this symbol here, raised to power 1 here, is called C complement. That means we don't have it in C, which is we only have it in A and B. So we don't have it in C. Don't mention C. That is you have 3, 5, and 11. That is it. Then element you have in A and C, we don't have it in B. So this symbol here means we don't have it in B. That is in A, we have 3, we have 9. You can see 3 and 9, they are present in A and C. If you check well, those are the 2 elements present. Then the last one is elements that are in B and C, and A is not our concern. We're only focusing on B and C. So we don't need one of A. That is what this symbol means. That is A. In B we have 3, C we have 3, then nothing else apart from 15 and 15. So that is that. Then the next one we need to look at is those elements that are only in A. We don't have them in B, we don't have them in C. How do you write that? You write your A, then you have your intersection B, put your complement, then you continue again, intersection C, then you put your complement. These 2 complements here means the elements that are in A but they are not in B, they are not in C. I only need the one in A. You understand? The elements are in A, we don't have them in B, we don't have them in C. They are only in A, we don't have them in B, we don't have them. For example, we have 1. 1 is only in A, 1 is not in B, 1 is not in C. That is 1. Let's check again. 3 is not, 5 no, 7 is another one. 7 is only in A, we don't have it in B, we don't have it in C. You can see what I'm doing. Then another one we need to check is, let's look at 9. No, 9 is in C, I don't need 9. Let's look at 11. 11 is in B, so that is all I need here. Understand what I'm doing now? You start from beginning, the one present in all the 3, the one present in A, B, not in C, the one present in A and C, not in B, the one present in B and C, and not in A. Now I'm looking at the one present in only A, we don't have it in B, we don't have it in C. Now I need element present in, I need element present in B, but I don't have it in C. So the one we don't have in C, you use this symbol. So sorry, the one we don't have in A and the one we don't have in C. So this symbol means not in A. So intersection B, I want the one only in B, so I'm not going to put B raised to power 1 here. Then intersection C, so I need to put C to power 1. So take note of this. Then this is equals to, let's see, the one only in B, not in A, not in C. Let's look at it now. B now, 2 is here, 2 is not in any of the sets, so 2 is one of them, 2. Let's check again, 3 is already in others, we don't need it, 5 is in A, we don't need it, 11 is in A, I don't need it, 15 is in C, so the only answer there is 2. So that is all. Then the next set I need now, I need only the element in C, but I don't have it in A and B. So how do I write this one? So you start by putting your capital A, make sure you raise it to this power 1, intersection B, make sure you raise it to power 1 also. So you raise it to this power 1, that is B complement, then intersection C. So this is all I need. That is equals to, open the bracket. So the only element in C but it's not in B and A, let's see. The element in C that is not in B and A, we have 6. 6 is not in any of the other set apart from C. 9 is in A. 12 is also in C only. 15 is already in B, so we don't need 15, so you close the bracket. So with this, I think we are almost done. Then if you look at again, the next thing we need to look at now is elements that are not in any of them. You know what that one means? That means they are also in this general group, but we don't have them in A, B, and C. So how do you write that one? That is A complement, B complement, C complement. That means they are going to be outside the Venn diagram circle when we want to put them in Venn diagram. But this information we are doing here is very, very important. It will help you. It will help you in the way of putting your answers in the Venn diagram. So let's move now. So I mean A complement intersection, B complement intersection, C complement. Yes. So this one is equals to what now? So we are talking of those elements that are not in A, B, and C, but we have them in universal set. Remember, universal set is from 1 to 15. So what are these elements? 1 is in A, no. 2 is in B, no. 3 is in A, no. Let's look at 4. 4 is not in any of the set. So 4 will come out. 5 is in A, 6 is in C, 7 is here. 8 is not in any of the sets, you bring 8 out. 9 is there. 10 is not in any of the sets, you bring it out. Then 11 is there. 12 is there. 13 is not in any of the sets, you bring 13 out. Then 14 is not in any of the sets, you bring 14 out. So this set of numbers, they are not present in any of the sets. So with this information we have here, we can do our Venn diagram. So you can now confidently draw your Venn diagram without any mistake. So this is what we are talking about. Let me get my pen here. So let me use let me change the color. Okay, let me use black. Okay. So since there are 3 sets A, B, C, you know in Venn diagram, okay, you need to draw your rectangle first. So you have your rectangular box. So this is your rectangular box. So that is that. Then inside your rectangular box, you draw your circles. So you can use freehand, just make it very neat. Let me make it bigger than this. Okay. So you have your circle. You can call this one circle A. This circle A. Then let's see. You connect with this other one again. So let's call this one circle B. Then the third circle will go like this. Okay, so you call this one circle C. So now let's start. If you look at the connection of these 3 circles, you see that this middle here is the set of number that is present in A, B, and C. That is the first one we always start with, A intersection B intersection C. So 3 is the one present in A, B, and C. So you are going to write 3 inside this place. So 3 is going to be inside here. So that is that. Let me make it bright. Just make your circle very bold so that you can write it clearly inside. So 3 is going to be here. Then now let's look at A and B. So this is A and B. The element present in A and B, which is this, you can see them. That is 3, 5, and 11. So 3 is already here, which is A and B. You can see 3 is also in A and in B. So we are left with 5 and 11. So you just put your 5 and 11 there. See 5 and 11, they are here. Okay. Then go to A and C, element present in A and C, which is this. A and C, we don't need B. That is 3 and 9. So we already have 3 here, which is A and C. You can see the circle of C and the circle of A. So you put your 9 here. Put your 9. Okay. Then we have an element present in B and C. Without A, we don't need A, just B and C. That is 3 and 15. So we already have 3 here for B and C. You can see the circle of C. You can see the circle of B. So we have 3 and 15. So you put your 15 here. 15. Have your 15. Okay. Then what next? Element present in only A. It's not in B, it's not in C. That is 1 and 7, which is this place. You have 1. You have 7. The element present in only B without A and C, that's the meaning of this prime. It's not in A, it's not in C, only in C, in B, which is 2. Come here and put your 2. The element present in only C, which is this one, it's not in A, it's not in B, it's only in C, which is 6 and 12. You come here and write your 6 and your 12. So you can see it now. Then finally, elements that are not in any of them, we don't have them in A, B, and C, which is this one. That is 4, 8, 10, 13, 14. So this will be outside the circle. See, 4, 8, you just write them outside. They don't have any space inside the circle. They cannot come inside the circle because they are not present in any of the set A, B, and C. That is 4, 8, 10. Write them outside. 4, 8, 10, 13, 13 and 14. So that is all. So this is the complete Venn diagram of this question. They say draw a Venn diagram to illustrate the information. So if you interpret this Venn diagram now, you will see that A, let's look at A for example. A is how many numbers? We have 1, 3, 5. If you look at the circle, this is the circle of A. If you go around the circle of A, you see 1 is there, 3 is part of it, you can see 3, 5 is there, you see the circle of A. If you take this circle of A out, you see the circle, if you take it out, you see 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, and 11. You can see it, they are all part of A. Then if you look at only circle of B, you will see that you have 2, 3 is also part of B, you can see it, and it's also in A. 2, 3, see 5 is also a part of B, 11 is there, then 15 is there. You can see that it's making sense. Everything we have here is also present here. If you look at C, C3 is already part of C, which is this also. You can see the circle of C. 3 is part of it. Then 6 is there. You can see 6. You can see 9 is there. You can see 12. You can see 15. Then the ones that are not in A, B, and C, these are the numbers. You see them outside. So that is all for the Venn diagram. If you understand this kind of question in Venn diagram, the other one we have that we put it in word problem will also be simple for you. All you need to do in that kind of condition, you bring out this, all these necessary conditions. See the way I started it, the one present in all the 3 sets, the one present in first 2 A and B, not in C, the one present in A and C, not in B, the one present in B and C, not in A. So this symbol complement, it means not in A, that is A prime. Then the one present only in A is not in B, is not in C. The one present in only B is not in A, is not in C. The element in C only, we don't have it in A, we don't have it in B. Then the last set will be elements that are not in any of the sets, but they are also part of the universal set, which is this. So now that you have this, you can now answer what this question says you should answer. And what does this question say we should do here? The question says we should answer C intersection A prime. So if I put C intersection A prime here, okay, let me do it here. Okay. So if I do it here, which is the Roman figure 1, so Roman figure 1 says we should answer C intersection A prime, which is intersection A raised to power 1. So what will be the answer of this now? It's equals to what now? Let's see. So we are looking at elements in C that are not in A. You understand? You have them in C and they are not in A. That is the meaning of this symbol. You have the element that are only in C, but we don't have them in A. So those elements we have in C, we don't have in A. You can see them here. 6 is one of them. 12 is one of them. 15 is one of them. Understand? So the answer is 6, 12, 15. So that is the answer of this. The element we have in C and we don't have them in A. So that is 6, 12, and 15. So you don't need to call 2. They did not mention B in this place. They didn't talk anything about B. So 2 is for B. And remember, they said not in A. You cannot mention 5. You cannot mention 11. You can only mention 15, 6, and 12. These are the elements inside C. But we don't want the one that will also belong to A, which is 9 and 3. 9 and 3 also belong to A. You can see the circle of A. 9 and 3 are also part of circle of A. So that is what they are talking about here. We don't need that. So that is the answer of the first one. Then the second one, if you look at it well, the answer for the second one is, they say we don't need A, the ones that are not in A, and let's put it there, elements that are not in A, that is A prime, and intersection, then now open brackets, then now put B, union means they are in B and C, union BC. So this one is going to be equals to, so this B union C, it means element in B and also in C. So all the ones in B and C, you can see them 2, 5, 11, 3, 15, 9, 6, 12. But remember the condition, not in A. We don't need anyone in A. So anything in A, take it out. So the ones in A, you can see them 5, 11, 3, 9, 1, 7. We don't need them. That's what this symbol means. A prime, not in A. So the answer we need here is the one in B and also in C. That is 2, 15. But let's start from the small to the highest. 2, 6, 12, and 15. So that is all. So that is the answer to this question. You can see the way I analyze it very well. Just take your time, go through this video. You see, follow my explanation step by step. You see that it's not a difficult stuff. It's very easy. So with good knowledge of this kind of question, you will see that Venn diagram for the other case is very easy. So let me go and solve the other one now, so that you can know how you can answer it. I'll follow the same example, the same pattern to answer the other one.